like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
Good morning, Dubb Nation. What's going on? It's your boy Allan Wade back again with another video. I like to start this video out by giving a shout out to Ron Thompson, guys. In my last video, I think it was my last video, I told you that you cannot stitch onto beanies using the PE800 or the SE600. Ron said, yes, you can. And he found a video that showed me how to do it. And I'd like to give a shout out also to the YouTube channel Baby's Booty. She did a variation of this video and I'm going to do my version of it. I'm not doing it exactly the way that she does it because frankly I like my way better. My way is a little more riskier as usual, but it worked. It works fine. It's just that make sure you follow my directions this time because you don't want to stitch it upside down like I did. Somebody in the comments told me I should just wear it. Turned out perfect. All I gotta do is walk upside down. Savage you guys are in the comments. Jeez. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what you need and exactly how to do this so that you don't stitch your stuff up upside down. It's really, really easy to get confused when doing this, but follow my lead. Trust me, I've made plenty of mistakes, so you don't have to make these mistakes, okay? So let's jump into it. If it's your first time here, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up also, and share this video with your friends, and use my Amazon links down below to purchase your PE800 and the supplies needed to do this. Everything will be down below in the description rather, and let's jump into it, guys. Things that you're gonna need, here we go. 5x7 hoop for the PE800, 4x4 hoop if you're using a SE600. I got 2 pieces of tearaway stabilizer, 2 pieces right here, and I got some clips. Whatever clips you're gonna want to kind of make sure that these clips are strong and powerful. These are very, very heavy-duty clips. I bought them for putting light filters onto lights. So hey, but some clips, and you're gonna use some water soluble stabilizer. I don't think I'm saying that right. I have a problem saying that word. Water solvy, that's easier. All right, some water solvy, and you're going to need, of course, your beanie and your PE800 or your SE600 and the logo or design that you're putting onto the hat. Okay, guys, this is not going to be an easy hoop because this material is thick. We're actually going to hoop the hat, and it's going to be a difficult process, but after we hoop it, we got to do some, some articulating to make sure it doesn't stitch shut. But anyway, guys, so the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that you're hooping your hat properly, okay? So you notice I did this wrong, right? So you don't want to be like me, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to get this right. So your design goes right here, and it's going to be facing up, anyway. All right, so open it up, flip it inside out. All right, flip your hat inside out. Where the tag is the back, where the tag is not is the front. All right, as your design stitches, you want your design facing the opposite way and not looking at you. Let me give you an example, right? This was stitched out wrong. See, if you went off of this right here, you would think that the design needs to be not exactly the opposite of what I just said. But if you turn it around inside out like this is, all right, there's the back of the hat, front of the hat. When it was stitching out, it was facing me. You want it facing the opposite direction, so you're gonna have to flip it inside of your machine, okay? All right, so like I said, you want your design facing the opposite way. Okay, this is gonna be a difficult hoop, guys, so just bear with me. Let me move my machine off to the side a little bit. And let's start the hooping process. Okay, so you're gonna wanna loosen up your ring a lot, all right, because we're hooping a very, very thick fabric. Very, very thick fabric. I need a little bit more slack than that. All right, open it up. Don't open it up too much because it's gonna fall apart. This is a lot right here. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more. Try to get a little bit looser than that. See all that? A lot of play right there. That's what you need. All right. Now guys, I'm not measuring, doing any measurements or anything. You guys can do the measurements if you want to find the middle and all that other stuff, but I know that the middle is right here. The middle of this hoop is right here, and that's where I want the middle of my hat to land. So I know that the bottom of the hat should be a little bit below that middle line. So the bottom of the hat I want to be about at the area where the first latch that connects to the machine, that connects the hoop to the machine. All right, so let's get that done. So how do we do this? Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? Okay, how did I do this? Gotta remember. Okay, so we put the hoop inside of the hat, right? And then we bring it down to exactly where we want it, right? And I'm lining it up right here on the side. This is exactly where I want it. Also, we put our stabilizer inside. Put our stabilizer inside. 2 layers of stabilizer. And notice how I hooped the hat, right? I got it like this, all right? I hooped it like this. Like this. I put the hoop inside of the hat. And now, put the stabilizer inside of that. Stuff the stabilizer inside of there. All right. Gonna need this stabilizer. It's very, very crucial that you have this stabilizer. All right. Now, originally what I tried to do was I tried this fast tack spray. Didn't work. Didn't stick the tearaway stabilizer to the hat. The material is it just didn't work. So, you know, just avoid that. All right. You don't even need that. All right. So now that I got the stabilizer in, I'm going to begin to hoop the actual hat. This is the hard part. So you want to straighten it out. You want to make sure you're paying attention to the side right here and it's lining up correctly, and you just want to make sure that you keep the hat straight. If you got a good eye, then you can do this. All right, boom, put that in here. This is, like I said, this is a difficult hoop. It's very, very difficult to do. Start pressing down and start getting it in there. Once you got the top part in, hold it. Then start working the bottom part in. Very, very difficult hoop. See what I mean by it's difficult? It can pop out, but it can be done because I did it. All right. The point is not, nobody said this stuff was going to be easy, guys. But if you want to do it with the equipment that you have, then this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. All right. So let me stand up so I can get a little bit of leverage over top of it. Push down, push down, push down, and it's in there. The hoop is in there, so now I'm going to begin to start tightening the hoop. All right, start tightening it up. All right, you want to tighten it down real good, guys. Tighten it down real good. And there we go. We're all hooped up, and we are ready to stitch, guys. All right, so next part is we're going to secure the back, because we don't want this back to get embroidered on, right? Because that's going to mess up everything. So now we're going to secure the back up. All right, so we're just going to take a clip, one of our clips, and we're pulling the back up, and we're holding it with a clip, like so. Boom. I'm taking the other back, the other end, right here, and we're holding it up, like so, with another clip. All right, boom. And guess what? Just like that, we are hooped up and we are ready to go if we can get it to stay on there. All right? If we can get it to stay on there, like I said. All right, that's good enough. All right, cool. Boom, boom. Embroidering on this area. That area is clear. All right, that's how we want it. Now, let me show you how to get it in the machine. And if you guys can look, it is very, very straight. If you do it right, it lines up exactly where I wanted it to line up. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a little while. So let's get our design ready, all right? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's your first time here, please take this moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you. So we got our PE800 here, and we have our garment that we're gonna put in the machine. want to make sure that's on this area back here is totally free so the design can move around, guys, like I said before. So we're going to come from the back of the machine. We're going to put it down flat. Make sure your arm is up. And just slide it in like so underneath, and then grab the little areas to hook in. Just make sure they're both on and push it down into place like so, and we are ready to go as far as the garment is concerned, okay? And like I said, make sure the back area underneath is clear and free, all right? So now let's turn on our machine, hit the power button, and let's find our design. All right, you're gonna see the machine move around when I hit the screen. There we go. Our garment is still there in place. We're good to go. All right. I should have recalled that design right there because that was the actual design that we're doing, but it's okay. So let's navigate to design, which is on my USB drive right here. All right. Chroma Designs, A-Dubb Productions, design, 5x7 hoop. Can't fit the 4x4 or the 2x2. Set. And here's our design as it is right there. Okay, now let's pay attention. What did I say I want to do the design? I said I want to flip it because this one I let stitch out as is. I let stitch out as is, and if it stitches out as is, it's in the normal position, right? It's in that position, but we want it facing away from us as it's hooped up, or else it's going to be backwards like this one is. So what are we going to do? We're going to rotate the design. All right, so let's go rotate, and we're going to go 90, then we're going to go 90. Now it's facing the opposite way. Okay, and edit, time to embroider. All right, actually no, we're going to go back a step actually. Let's go back one because we want to trace. We want to trace the area where the design is. So right here we see that the needle is placed in the center of our design, and we check our cap. We check our beanie to see exactly where that is. Let me get you guys a better angle. Let me lift the camera a little bit. Sorry for the camera movement, guys. Trying to do it smooth for the video. There we go. Raise it up a little bit more. All right. You guys get the real wrap raw. I should have probably cut the camera, but it's okay. All right. So now, check the screen. And what we want to do is we want to use this tool right here to adjust where we want our design to start stitching out. All right, so we can go down, we can go up, we can go left and right. I'm not going to touch left and right, but if we do touch left and right, we can move it back to the center by just pressing that center button right there. Right? Okay, so let's trace it out to see where our design is going to stitch onto by pressing this trace button right here and pressing this button right here. That's going to be the bottom of the design right there. I'm okay with that placement. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to move it up just a little bit because it's kind of close to that edge. Oh wait, that's too much. Okay, so that's telling us this is the topmost part of the design. This is the bottommost part of the design. This is the rightmost part of the design. This is the leftmost part of the design. Okay, so we can get really precise. And actually that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I'm going to go back to the middle and I'm going to go ahead and start embroidering. Embroider, my foot, bring that foot down. And I have my white thread in there in the top, right? I have my bobbin thread in there. And I'm just going to press embroider and let it start. All right, guys, you ready? Here we go. Oh no! Guess what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot the topping. In this case, cut, bring this up, start over. Good thing I remembered, guys. Okay, so we want to, I'm always screwing something up, guys. Just use our embroidery shears, our scissors, and loosen the thread. All right, didn't really do anything. It's okay, it's not a big deal. Back up on the foot, which we're up already. Put our water solvay under there. You want to use this water solvay because what that does is this material is thick, so what it does is it kind of ensures that the design stitches stays on top of the thick material and it doesn't sink all the way into the garment. All right, so that's what that does. So right now I could start over from where I am, but what I'm gonna do, actually, you know what? We didn't even go that far, so let me just go ahead and start from right here. All right, there we go. All right, so there it is, stitching out that oval, the A-Dubb Productions oval right there. And we'll just let it stitch. You don't even have to touch it. You don't even have to touch it. We're going to be doing a few more of these, guys, so this isn't the first video, this isn't the last video that I'm going to do of this, so make sure you guys are tuned in. All right? And there you go, it's starting to do the satin stitch around the border right there, the PE800 doing this thing, guys. PE800 stitching its little heart out. And this machine right here, I feel has a little bit more accuracy than the SE600. The more you pay, the better of a product that you're gonna get. Not to say that the SE600 is bad by all means, because I got a video coming up for you guys that shows you how good of a quality the SE600 can still stitch out. So if you have that machine, you don't have a bad machine, you still have a great machine. You know, but it's just like anything else. You know, the more you pay, the better quality you get, the more you're able to do with the machine, etc., guys. All right, so I'm just gonna let the stitch out a little bit. Once again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you like. Now we've graduated to stitching directly onto garments, guys, and this is the fun stuff here. This is what everybody wants to do, but we had to endure the other part of just stitching on regular cloth and getting a feel for the different machines, right? And now that you got a good feel of the machines, you've watched all the videos, you bought the designs from AllanAWade.com, you practiced on your own. Now it was a process. Now we're stitching onto garments. I could have did this video a while, well, not this specific one, but you guys saw how early on I did DTG videos where I was embroidering directly to garments. I could have kept on going with those, but that's not how I wanted to teach you guys. That's not how you learn. You got to learn from the bottom and work your way up to something like this, all right? You got to get the foundations done. And we spent about a year doing the foundations. And I'm confident enough in you guys to think that you guys can do exactly what I'm doing right here. And just like anything else, of course you're gonna forget a step every now and then. Just like I forget a step. But guess what? You're gonna get right back into it, and then you're going to be cooking on gas, and before you know it, you're gonna be just flying through everything. Now guys, one thing that this machine doesn't have that other machines do have is a automatic cutting system. So there are some stops in this design, which is awesome. So as you guys can see, we don't have to make a trim from here to here because there's a stop in here. All right. So now that it's stopped, we're gonna go ahead and start it back up again because this design is the same color. All right. It's gonna suck that white thread in. I guess not. All right. So we stop it right here, and we're gonna bring the foot up in the back. And then we're going to trim this little white tail right here because we don't want that hanging out of our design. And then start it back over again. All right. So here it is with the first part of our design, guys. What do you guys think so far? Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate the fact that I didn't start over and record that whole part where I messed up, because I'm not a superhuman, you're not a superhuman, and these other YouTubers pretend like they're superhuman when in reality they make mistakes. They just don't want to show it. Lies. Everybody makes mistakes. You know how I know everybody makes mistakes? Because if they didn't make mistakes, they wouldn't have follies, they wouldn't have outtakes. I'm just not gonna edit it out and act like and pretend to be perfect. And a lot of people don't pretend to be perfect. A lot of people just edit it out and don't show it. You know what I mean? So you know, I don't know. I choose to show it. I think it makes for a more realistic video. This is really what happens behind the scenes. Even in your professional establishments, people make mistakes, and I think it's something that needs to be accepted in life because, especially on social media and these different platforms, everyone appears to be perfect, dressed nicely, enjoying themselves, laughter. Nobody's ever putting on their shoes and tripping up the steps. We don't see that part, right? We don't see the part where the hairdresser messed up the person's makeup, or the hairdresser messed up the person's hair, or over dyed it, or cut it too short. We don't see the imperfections in people, right? We only see how perfect people look. I think society needs to start accepting the imperfections in every art form and every medium, because, you know, we're living in a false reality right here. And the reality is everything isn't perfect. Life, everything you do in life, your job, your car, your house, what's perfect? Your computer gets messed up. You know, you buy this brand new house, next thing you got it built from scratch, right? Next thing you know, what the heck? Why am I getting cracks in the walls, right? So if everything in life is not perfect, why does everybody portray this image like everything is just fine? I recorded this video perfectly, nothing went wrong. BS. All right, so A-Dubb Productions reality TV. This is how it goes down. That's why I showed the mistakes. So people hate it. People like, well, if you're gonna teach, at least know what you're doing. Well, guess what? How am I gonna teach you if I can't show you the mistakes that you're gonna and the things that you're gonna encounter, right? So you see the PE800 stitching out very, very good. Like I said, if you guys want to purchase one, use my Amazon link when they become available, because these bad boys are now selling out also. As the SE600 was sold out, now the PE800 is getting sold out. So get whatever you can get your hands on. Just bear in mind that if you get the SE600, you won't be able to stitch out this large design. Like, I couldn't do this on the SE600 because it's too wide. All right, the SE600 couldn't handle a design that's this wide. So that's why, you know, it's helpful to have both machines, right? So you can be more versatile, all right? And then if I want to stitch out something huge, I go to the Ricoma MT1501. And guys, by the way, if you're in the market or thinking about purchasing a Ricoma MT1501, I'm a Ricoma affiliate now. So you guys can go in the description down below and use my Ricoma link. Now this is something right here where you want to stop it. Stop it, and then you want to trim this, because there is not a stop right here. So you go ahead and you trim this right here. Boom. Well, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because this is my personal logo. And you guys are not going to have a personal logo like this. Your logo is different from mine, but I'm just showing you guys exactly how this is stitching out. All right, so right now I'm going to let this stitch out, and I'm going to show you guys pick up after it's all stitched out. All right.
Hey Dubb Nation, it's your girl Kaveen Jador, and you are tuning into A-Dubb Productions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And while you're at it, head over to my channel for some great videos. Link in bio. Bye.
Here you guys go, coming up to the end of the design, and we are done. Boom, so we raise up our foot, and we release our, let me zoom out a little bit, we release our hoop. Get that out of here, just pull that back and get it off, and we drag it out from the back right here, and let's have a look at it, guys.
A-Dubb Productions.
Here we go. So let's do a little bit of cleanup. Let's take our little clips off, let's unhoop it, let's have a look around it and see how it came out. And it's hooped on very, very tight, but we got that off. Take that out. See the back of it, tearaway stabilizer, looks good. Back looks nice and clean, nice and good right there. Let's look at the front, aka the inside out part. All right, so this tearaway, this solid solvent right here, it just tears away because the thread made a nice little thing of it. Look at that, that's awesome. Tear this off very carefully though, guys, because you don't want to pull on the stitches and create any puckering. But guys, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the quality that this can do is pretty darn good. Now if I wanted this design to be a little bit thicker, what I would do is I would just adjust the file, go back to the file and adjust it, right? So you can stitch out beanies for the winter time with your PE800, right? But if you want to be more efficient, if you want things to be a little bit easier, that's when you move up to the big boy. If you want to do larger designs, that's when you move up to the big boy. But just because you don't have a big boy, right, you can still make money, you can still do things, you can still be creative. And in my live stream, I was wrong. And that's what this platform is all about. I learned from you guys just like you guys learned from me, and I appreciate that. I think that's awesome. Like, I don't know everything. You guys watch the videos, and I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and I appreciate the insight that you guys give me, and I appreciate that you guys make me better. And that's the bottom line thing, that we got to make each other better on here. And I love you guys for that, you know, seriously. You guys make me better, and you guys push me, and you guys are not afraid to back down. You guys are like, yo, yes, you can do it. And I'm like, no, you're not. It's impossible. And you guys like, no, you can do it. You got to float it. I'm like, well, how are you gonna move it with the arm if you float it? It doesn't make any sense, you know. And then you guys show me a video of it, and I'm like, oh, right. So guys, let me show you that it's the right way. Turn your hat back right side in, flip it up. Boom, it's the right way. Look at that. We got a nice beanie for the wintertime here. A-Dubb Productions on deck. Straight, right? So now you take a spray bottle. This is what's cool about the water solvent, right? You get your spray bottle, see the little plastic or whatever it's called in there. You just spray it on there a little bit. And this stuff just starts to dissolve right in front of your face. It just disintegrates. It's like magic, right? It's like magic. So I'm just gonna let that dissolve, and we'll have a look at the hat. I think it looks great. What do you guys think? I mean, if you want to advertise your stuff, right? You want to wear your stuff like I wear my stuff, because why would you promote everybody else's business? Why not promote your business, right? Look at that. It looks really, really good for the price of the machine. What this thing can do is amazing. So what do you guys think in the comments? We just made this beanie hat together, and everything turned out to be perfectly splendid. I think it looks great. Great for promotion. Delivers the message that you want it to deliver, right? A-Dubb Productions, right? And it's on the hat. I did it the correct direction, so you can't complain about that, guys. The hardest part about this is hooping the hat. You guys can do your own variation of things if you'd like to. Please share it down below in the comments if you do this, if you have a better solution than the way I did it. I mean, I think my method is very, very simple. You know, just hoop it with stabilizer and use some clips. You know, if you want to get super, super fancy, you can put pins, pin your stabilizer like Baby's Booty did, and just float the actual hat on top of the stabilizer, on top of the whole unit. You guys can go check that video out. I'm actually going to put it in the playlist, give her some play real fast. So and I appreciate that, guys. And this is a prime example of what I mean when, like, you know, I was wrong, right? And somebody in the comments told me I was wrong, and I was up and down like, no, you can't do it, you can't do it, right? And I said this already. But this should be a lesson to everybody, right? When you're doing something, no matter what business it is, no matter what you're trying to do, you have to be open. You have to be open. You can't grow within yourself if you're not open to listening to what other people have to say. I'm always listening. I'm always watching the comment section. I'm always doing research and things like that, because I want to be better. And I can't get better if I'm closed-minded. You can't be a closed-minded individual and expect to grow as a human being, expect to grow as a business owner, expect to grow at all. You know, you have to be open to listening to people, even people that don't know as much as you still have to listen to those people, because they might say something and they might offer you some advice that actually makes sense. So you have to listen to everybody. You have to be open to everybody. Just because you know some stuff doesn't mean you know it all, okay? And I'm definitely not a know-it-all, and I know we all know that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And everybody out there, happy Thanksgiving. And if you're watching this video late, happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, rather. And if you're watching this video even later, happy Happy New Year's, guys. Look what we did. Share, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. It's your boy, Allan Wade. Follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/adubbproductions. Visit the merch store, allanawade.com. Buy yourself some cheap $1 PES designs. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?